Yeah, not see this one coming. Or did you? I don't know. Sometimes I question you guys. First off, can we just take a second? Bob decided to go in my closet and drip himself out because he thought he was gangsta or something. Well, hello, my people. You already know what time it is. I feel like I'm a cheetah girl right now. Cheetah Girls 2 is definitely the best one out of all of them. But anyways, today I'm getting very vulnerable with you guys because I feel like I can't do that. I'm gonna be talking about why I'm not going to college.
Girl, you make me go so loco, make me go crazy. We would make a beautiful baby. Knock on wood, is you trying to date me? Is it yes, is it no, is it maybe?
Anyways, backstory. When I was young, I was actually very good in school. Always 3s and 4s. If you know, you know. 3s and 4s and A's and B's. Favorite subject back then was actually math. I now really hate math. I'm gonna push on my timeline real quick. So we're gonna take it back. So my dislikeage of school started in about 5th grade. The boy I had the illest crush on was in my 5th grade classroom. Not only that, my teacher made me sit right next to him. Like, love started very young for me. I'm not gonna turn this into a love story. Anyways, I remember the first day walking into class because I had just came back from Florida and I felt like the coolest motherfucker ever because school had started like 3 days prior and I came in late and I was like, and I looked at my class when I see all my friends. I remember this day so vividly. And I just seen all my friends and they was like, yo, Cookie. And I'm like, yeah. And my teacher was just like, go sit in your seat. But bro, I had all my friends in that classroom and you know I'm a social butterfly. So not only did I have my crush, and not only did I have him sitting next to me, but I had all my friends on top of that. But I was still getting good grades regardless. I wasn't making anybody stop me. And then all of a sudden, fractions started to come in fucking my life. My love for math instantly decreased. Skip to 6th grade. That's when motherfuckers was putting letters into my numbers. I was looking at the paper and the teacher like. First marking period of 6th grade, I was actually in the honor roll, but I realized something. I had got 1 C+ ever, and I never had a C+. I was just telling you, 3s and 4s, A's and B's. So I was like, I was on honor roll, which is valid. You know what that C+ was in? Math. That's when I was like, yeah, nah. And it's not even like I really couldn't figure out these equations because math is very simple if you make it. I was just like, I'm not doing this shit. Why is there an X next to this 1? All right, so I felt away. So I was like, you know what? This shit. I was just really like, what am I gaining from this? As I grew up, I just started to give less fucks about school. Still always had decent grades though. You know what I'm saying? Still graduated with a valid GPA. You know what I'm saying? Now English though. English started to overpower on my favorites list. And in middle school, not only did I have ELA, but I had this reading class. And it was literally, we just go inside the classroom and we would read books and then we would talk about it after and do like little games, whatever the case may be. And it was that was my favorite class. Because my imagination is so active. I really felt as if I was in those books with these characters. So I'm like, yo, this is lit. I'm tight because I've never really had another class like that after the fact. All the books that we started to read in high school were boring. Now, fast forward to high school, that's when things really started to get out of me. Now let me explain. Not only did I hop out the closet, I gained way more friends. Shit, I knew the whole damn school if you ask me. My friends used to tell me how they hated walking with me because every 30 seconds I had somebody either dapping me up or giving me a hug. Think about it. I was a fucking icon in that school. I'm the only person in my graduation book. Not only am I the first person that had black and I'm the only motherfucker that had a Louis V scarf on and a red leather jacket. Anyways, literally growing up like freshman year and sophomore years, I didn't hang out with my grade. I hung out with the juniors and seniors. Like, bro, shout out to my juniors and seniors that graduated. I really fucking love y'all. Y'all really made the best high school for me. The first couple of years, I was always so on and off with being present in my classes. And I'm not talking about attendance because I actually never skipped class. I just felt there was no reason to. I felt that as if it was more gangsta of sleeping in class how I did than actually skipping class. My grades went from A's to B's to A's, B's, and C's, sometimes occasionally B's. And I was never an F student, but I did have an F. You know those F were? Math. I'm telling you that there was a point where it's just like, I used to always have A's in math and it was just like, F. I just really could not, I was not having it with math, bro. I was like, yeah, no. Every single time. My 12th grade math teacher, she actually made math for me for my last year very enjoyable. And I started to hate it a little bit less, but I still hate it. Bro, geometry, the only reason why I passed it is because I passed the Regents. One thing that my teachers really didn't understand about me was how one week I was very present, participating, good grades, test grades, hand always raising, always interacting, and then there was that next week where I was dead at a slump the whole week. And they would pull me to the side and be like, yo, what is going on? Why one week you're on fire, then the next week you're asleep? They just love to see my bounce back. They love to see me get a question wrong and then reflect on it. And then have something to say about it. And then, bro, you know what I'm saying? It just fucked up my enthusiasm. Because remember, I do like to learn and have fun. So they would fucking hate it when I would not participate or do anything of that sort. One of those unique students that, you know, you just don't come across all the time. But let me stop boasting. Anyways, 11th grade hit, and they're hitting us with, oh, this is gonna be the hardest year. Lots of essays, lots of tests. And I'm just like, that's when everybody was starting to apply to colleges, and I did the complete opposite. Because remember, 11th grade is when you need to start applying. I did the complete opposite. I just knew I didn't want to go from the jump. In fact, I didn't take an SAT. I never took an ACT. I never took none of that shit. And I got away with all of that shit too, because I was just like, yeah, nah. Never was a great test taker, and yeah, hard pass. And my counselor, she loved me too. She was another one that was always confused about what I wanted to do. So she always was trying to negotiate things with me. So shout out to Dr. Dorset, for real, GOAT. I got introduced to BOCES. I realized I could take architecture and interior design because I've been doing architecture and interior design since I was very young, not even knowing I was doing it. So I went to BOCES for my last 2 years of high school, 11th and 12th grade, and that's what made my high school experience 20 times better. So the people in there, my teacher, shout out to Miss I, definitely one of the best teachers I've ever had. And that's when I was told there were interior design schools, and that's when my interest was piqued, and that's when I stumbled upon FIT. Now, I applied the first time in 2020, but I was not able to get accepted simply because of the fact that it was COVID. I wasn't able to go to the school and pick up my transcript, so they had to do this whole email thing, but the school was not doing their part on getting my email to them. So even though I put in everything, portfolio, paid, whatever the case may be, they said they were not able to accept me unless they had my transcript. Fast forward to this year, I reapplied again because I was like, why not? But this time I actually did get accepted. Shout out to Miss Ferreira. She helped me with my favorite teacher ever on this planet. She helped me with my essay, because we had an essay. And I was like, I'm gonna be smart about this and approach this the right way. So she helped me with my whole entire essay. We like met up in Starbucks. Shout out to the bagels I had like right before she came. But I definitely didn't tell her I'm not going to school yet. She's definitely gonna be a little bit upset at me. The day I sent her that I got accepted, she was like, I literally made her day. It's okay, she still loved me. Because if anybody knows what I'm trying to do, I've told her a lot of shit about myself and what I'm trying to do. So if anybody knows what I'm trying to do, it's her. Now, how I got accepted, right? To be honest, I use this manifestation and the law of attraction. My fighter-ass portfolio. I wrote on my gold card. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've been accepted to FIT. December 2nd hits. I remember I woke up and I saw this email. We're so excited to have you join us in this person's semester of spring 2022 semester, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, oh shit, like I got accepted to this school. And I remember calling my mom and I'm like, yo, and my mom was like screaming and happy, and I'm just like, it didn't render in my head at all for a bit, but then later that night it definitely did render. And I was just like, yo, damn, I just got accepted to school, bro. Like, that's lit. And I even posted on Instagram like the day after. Of course I got congratulations, but then here comes this video. With lots of critique after the fact. Which I can care two flying, fiddling, and motherfucking. It's funny because a couple weeks prior I was sitting here talking mad shit about school. Now it's fucking useless. I sit here and contradict myself completely, and I'm just like, well guys, new chapter. But in the ending, there was no contradiction, because that's why I'm making this video. But a lot of people who know me, they know that I really don't like school that much, and I've always had something to say about it. If you're trying to be a doctor or a lawyer or anything in that aspect, cop, go to school. I'm a young entrepreneur, and I don't need that shit. I learned more about life and money all of 2021 from hanging around millionaires, traveling the fucking world, going to hella events with more millionaires, and trading. So I was learning and I was earning. What is you talking about? I read, I research, then I apply. That's how I learn. I'm actually willing to do these things. A lot of people are not willing to do these things. It's the best time to be alive. You can literally learn anything you want to online for free. Back to why I'm actually not going, because that's the point of this video. So about 5 days after, I have to wait to register for my classes. December 7th rolls around. This is where everything starts to transcend downwards. As I was registering, I realized something. I had 3 specific classes that I had to take for interior design specifically. On that, I had to take a language, which I chose Japanese because I already started learning it. Konnichiwa. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Korean desu. Each time I had to take the class Japanese, that was 4 hours each class, and I was like, yeah, no. I had to take 1 or 2 more classes on top of those. Those 3 interior design classes that I was talking about, them shits was from 9 to 6. And you already know how I feel about the 9 to 5. So I was like, oh, hell nah. Those classes were throughout the entire week, and I only had basically about 2 days off. All the cons of all that shit. 1, YouTube was going to be very hard. It took me a lot of time to edit. I would only be able to push out like 1 video a week, probably 1 video every 2 weeks, or whatever the case may be. It'd be super hard for me to do it. Pro for YouTube is I would definitely have the content to push out, meeting friends and just that college experience. But number 2 of cons, they were gonna take away from me what I love most. I was not gonna be able to do Muay Thai. That's what really did it for me. I was like, yeah, nah. Number 3, I'd have to pay $400 every single month for transportation just to get to school and back because I was not dorming. I had to get there and back and take the train there and back every single time. Yeah, no. Number 4, I'd have to probably work a job to keep me on my toes a little bit so I can fund just like life in general. And I wouldn't even be able to do that because I have 2 days out of the week to even relax, and I couldn't relax because think about it. I go to school, do all these things, but I have to study and homework. Yeah, nah. Simply meant I was not gonna be able to push out any of my businesses or any of my projects that I have moving forward. Best part about all this shit is what I'm actually trying to do in interior design. Because if I was trying to do interior design full time, okay, but I'm not. 1, I can do completely out of school. 2, I pay 20 times less than I would have to pay if I went to school. 3, saving all my time, do my personal things, and to do what I have to do running my play. To understand something about me. Yeah, I have very set intentions on what I'm trying to do. And I have a plan of action that I'm fucking taking. And I'm not bullshitting. I almost let other people's emotions and feelings get into the way of my success and happiness. So I wanted to make them happy. Knowing that school was not gonna make me happy, especially if I'm gonna be having to add numbers with my letters again and math again, yeah, nah. I have a clear vision on where I'm heading, and I trust the universe more than anybody alive or anybody's opinion. Actually, my best friends, if you didn't know. Shout out to the universe. And I have a plan of action, bro. And I'm willing to put my all into it. Like, if I wasn't doing shit with my time and I was eating Hot Pockets and watching Netflix all day, then okay. But no, I'm not doing that. I'm disciplined, and I use my time as efficient as possible, and I got hard in everything I do. Now, do I feel myself forward and still have slip-ups? Of course, I'm a human. So yeah, that's why I'm not going to FIT. And to be honest, all I can really say on why I actually got accepted is so I can just add this to my success story later on, you know, on speaking on stage. Like, oh yeah, I got accepted to college, but I didn't go. Am I going to regret this decision? Absolutely not. Could I have built bridges? Of course. But remember what I'm doing with my time now and how many other bridges I'm gonna be building. Do what you love, guys. Don't let anyone tell you what wants to do. Nobody lives for you but you. And I'm not knocking on anybody who's going to college. If that's for you, then shoot. If it's not, follow the passion and take the action. I'm done yapping. Y'all get the point. I'm a fucking YouTuber. Shinobi, traveler, writer, businesswoman, artist, hand and ear. I'm a Shinobi, and I gotta try and business try right with me. If you think anybody is going to try to stop me, you must be bugging, cause nobody, not one soul, can stop me in what I'm trying to pursue. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. And until next time, Shinobi.